Hi, good morning. Happy Monday. Hope you're doing amazing today. I am. It's pretty chilly out here and it's snowing. So I was like, wow, what a perfect opportunity to just do a video out here for everybody to see the beautiful snowy weather we have in North Carolina. So, okay, last week I did a live Facebook video and I let you know that I would be putting a video on YouTube today about the day that my life changed, the day that I decided to change my life, right? And I want to talk to you about that today because I'm hoping it helps you. It helped me. And that day really, I can say that was the day my mind shifted completely and that I was more in line with myself than ever. So I'll tell you about that. All right. So before I started embarking on this journey with the book of Lupita and the Magic of Mexico, I had received it during a very hectic time in my life, right? I was stressed out at work, I was going through a lot, and all of a sudden I had the title, Lupita and the Magic of Mexico. And I didn't know what it meant, and I didn't know what I had to do with it, but I knew that I had to explore that, and I knew that there would be some kind of story to come out of it. Even though I didn't know it would be a book, I knew it would be a story, an important story to unite communities, right? So even though I knew I needed to focus on that, I was too busy working and too busy just going about my daily life, right? And at the moment I had a job that was purely commission. So if you sold, you did well. If you didn't sell, you didn't do well at all. And the problem with that was because my mentality and my just way of being, I focused more on the individual and on the family, and I wanted to make sure that they were okay and that they were protected. But I didn't look at the commission of it, right? So if you're not motivated by commission, being in a commission-based industry and job is not good. It just doesn't line up, right? It's more for a person that's motivated with commission, with the money, right? And for me, it wasn't. So I was still doing that, and I was still becoming anxious and just having a lot of anxiety with that particular job for myself, right? And during this time, I was like, what can I do to calm myself, to calm my spirit, and to do what I truly enjoy? So I started watching YouTube videos. I watch YouTube videos about all sorts of people, no one in particular, but I watched them on people that did public speaking. I watched them on people that had motivational stories, inspirational stories, people that did a lot of volunteer work. And I watched these videos because they inspired me. And I thought that I thought it was amazing that a lot of these people were living their dream, were doing what they loved, and somehow we're getting compensated for these things. So I was like, how is that possible? How can a person be doing what they truly enjoy and be compensated by it? How can one be sure of that, right? It was this whole, this mentality of insecurity with it, right? I was insecure as to how someone could do that, and I was unsure as to how I could possibly do that. But everyone in these videos said that it boiled down to one day. One day they made a drastic decision in their lives. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay, so what is this, you know? And now that I look back on it, I had the same decision that these people had. Because I thought, while I was looking at these videos, I thought to myself, I said, what's the difference, you know? What's the difference between that person and me? Why is it that they can do what they truly enjoy and they truly love and share that with the world? Why can they do it, but I can't do it, right? And I was getting ready for work, getting ready to go to my commission-based job. And I was looking at myself in the mirror, just doing my little makeup, you know, doing what I do. And I looked at myself and I said, you know, why can't you do it? What's the difference between you and all those other people that do it? What's the difference? And at that moment, something in my mind clicked, and I was like, there is no difference. There is no difference because you have your own story. You have your own unique story that you can share with the world, that can unite communities and can possibly motivate hundreds, if not thousands of people. So I was like, you can do this. And that day, you guys, was crazy. It was crazy because I went to work and I sat down with the director and I was like, I appreciate the job, and I've learned a lot from you and from this position, really. I'm like, but I do not have the commission-based mentality that you want me to have, and I never will. So I'm giving you my 2 weeks notice right now. And the director looked at me and was like, yeah, so there isn't a 2 weeks notice. You will give me your keys now, and you will hand over your files today. And I was kind of shocked. I was shocked, and I was like, really? Is this how we're going to play this out? But I knew that I had made my decision. I knew I made my decision, and I said, fine. I grabbed my keys, I grabbed all the files that I had, and I gave them back to the company, and I said, thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for this learning experience. And I walked away, drove myself home, and realized, okay, you don't have a job now. But the reason that I did that was because I could never be the person they wanted me to be. They wanted me to be driven by the money, driven by the commissions. And it wasn't me. I was trying to be driven by that. I'm like, sure, yeah, more money, great. Yes, let's do this. But it just wasn't in me. It's not who I am. So I had to be honest with myself that day, and I made a tough decision. And I've never done that ever in my life. That day was when I made a change, and I said, you know what, this isn't for me. This isn't for me. After looking at myself in the mirror and noticing and knowing that I could do it too, that these people that spoke about their lives, of their different stories, different cultural stories, I'm like, we all have a beautiful story to tell. We all do. And I literally just really believed in myself that day like I never have before. And it's because of that day, that decision that I made mentally, the decision that I made emotionally, knowing that my dream is worth chasing, right? So that day just completely changed everything. And I'm telling you this because there are many of us out there still that have a dream, as small as you think your dream is, whatever it is, it's worth chasing. It's worth chasing because it's in you, and it's something that you're supposed to do. Whenever you get the desire or the passion to do something, it's because you have to do it. There's something in there that you have to learn. And that is why I'm doing this video today. So that way, the rest of you who find yourself in a situation like I was 6, 7, 8 months ago or so, can make that decision in your life today. Make the decision to go after your dream, because you're worth that dream, and you have your own special story to tell. So this week, I want us to focus on that. I want us to truly focus and believe in ourselves, because I believe in you. I really do. A lot of you that have messaged me will say, oh, Caroline, I'm thinking of doing X, Y, or Z, but, and then you give me a whole reasons of why you can't do it. And I'm like, why do we do that? Why haven't we been trained to do that? Instead of saying, Carolina, this is what I want to do, and these are the reasons why I should. Our minds are working backwards, are working against us. So today, make that decision that you're worth it and your dream is worth it. Look at yourself in the mirror and just verbally say it. I can do this. I can make my dream a reality. And I'm telling you, once you make that mental decision and that emotional decision, and it's all connecting, somehow the universe, God, your angels, whatever you believe in, that source totally works in your favor to make sure that stuff gets done and that people present themselves in your life that you need. And I'm not telling you that because it just sounds like great and wonderful. I'm telling you this because I'm living it. Like, this stuff is real. Once you decide that your dream is worth chasing, and once you know what you're supposed to do in this world, everything else starts unfolding so that you can do that. It's magical. It's absolutely magical. So let's work on that this week, you guys. If you need help with your dream interpretation, send them to me. I love receiving them, you know that. I hope that this week is full of love, unity, and peace for you. Please stay safe out there, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.